Okay, this is a case study report on the effects of an immersive virtual reality-based classroom on students' learning performance in science lessons. Outline, introduction. I will try to highlight the introduction and then focus on teaching with technology and its effectiveness. Finally, reflection. Virtual reality refers to technologies that emphasize the sense of presence in the computer-generated simulation of a three-dimensional image or environment. And many researchers have attempted to apply VR in a number of educational settings or labs to explore how it can help students learn various subjects. For example, subjects like ecosystem, science, geography, geometry, history are some of the subjects implemented using VR, and the result revealed positive impact on spatial knowledge representations, experiential learning, motivation, and learning performance. As we know, VR can be non-immersive or immersive. Non-immersive VR are sometimes called desktop VR. In this interaction occurs through the use of a keyboard and a mouse, whereas in immersive VR, which involves high interaction level, use external equipments like HMDs and CAVE, and it offers participant a virtual sensation. Few studies have investigated the educational influence of using IVR with HMDs in schools and classrooms, especially in the field of science for young students. In order to expand the literature on this topic, this study aimed to integrate IVR with HMDs into the classroom and further explore its effect on middle school students' learning performance in science lessons. To this end, they proposed research questions. The first one is, do students obtain better academic achievement in an IVR-based classroom than traditional approach? Two, do students show stronger engagement with the science lesson in IVR-based classroom than in traditional approach? Third, what is the degree of acceptance by students in terms of perceived ease of use and perceived usefulness when learning with IVR in classroom? This is the structure, classroom structure overview. For this study, they designed one classroom for this study, which is called Immersive Virtual Reality Classroom. It has the following equipments. It has a high-performance computer with high-speed internet connection and IVR device head-mounted display with controller. You can see this is head-mount display and controller, and this is a mobile tablet which is used by the teacher to control the learning process. It has 4 modules: play module, content review module, a functional module, and status detection module. A play module is used for presenting the lesson, and content preview module is used for previewing the lessons, and functional module is used to establish, which is established to manage and implement the lesson, and the status detection module is used for monitoring the network connection. So students use this high head-mounted display and controller to learn the content. They use this in a group of 5, but one student uses head-mounted display while the other students watch the computer screen. This study has 4 learning content. The first learning content is principle of leverage, classification of leverage, animal world, and plants. This is the interface of learning units in IVR teaching system. To show one as an example, they put the interface of animal world in the learning system as follows. For example, if the students want to learn about, for example, this tiger or rhinoceros or other animal they want to learn, they click and they see this window. So they can click the button so that they can read the material, learn about its life cycle, its habit, about this animal. At the same time, the intelligent robot can narrate those things for students. After learning this, students are expected to do some cues. For example, this is a kind of animal, so students are asked to group vertebrates and invertebrates using the controller. They can select the animals and they can put on the corresponding place. At the same time, they can categorize fish, birds, insects, and mammals like this. So if students fail to answer the cues, so they are allowed to repeat again, and this intelligent robot gives immediate feedback for students. So how this IVR works? First, teacher introduce the learning units and pose the learning tasks to students. Then teacher assigns one student of the group to wear HMDs and the other students, 4 students watch the computer screen. Then teacher used the mobile tablet to present the virtual scenes. Then one student of the group used HMDs to learn the unit while the remaining 4 learn through computer screen. Meanwhile, teacher monitor the learning process and help students to solve some technical problems using HMDs. Teacher assigned the remaining 4 students just to repeat the same thing for the remaining students. And in the 6th step, each subgroup conducts face-to-face collaborative activities and complete the task on one activity sheet. Finally, the teacher summarizes the answers. So when we see the result, students using this learning approach, immersive virtual learning approach, you perform higher than the control group. So there is significant difference between these 2 groups. In terms of engagement, different categories are measured: cognitive, behavioral, emotional, social, and the general engagement. So in all categories, the experimental group's engagement is higher than the control group. In terms of technology acceptance, you can see the perceived usefulness and ease of use is in 5-point Likert scale is about 5, which is a strongly agree with the technology they used, and they have positive attitude learning with this technology. So as I've mentioned before, students' academic achievement in the IVR class is significantly higher compared with the control group, which is consistent with other studies. This is due to the provision of VR's positive features like immersions, interaction, again, face-to-face interaction, and immediate feedback provided by intelligent robots. In terms of engagement, students were able to freely manipulate the 3D objects, which provides a highly interactive learning environment, so that that improves students' cognitive engagement because they can interact with the learning materials. Again, behavioral engagements actively participate in collaborative activities in IVR. So students' participation is high. So that promotes students' behavioral engagement. Again, using IVR in the classroom made the students more interested in and motivated. So this is a new learning approach and this promotes students' emotional engagement. Finally, students work together collaboratively to achieve common learning objectives. So this improves students' social engagements. So experimental group students had positive attitude on technology acceptance for IVR usage in classroom. They found that IVR was easy to use and it improved their understanding of science knowledge. Reflection. In this study, they used specific methodological procedures, used reliable and valid measurement tools, and used interactive learning environment, but they didn't address learning theories related with digital learnings in their background, because we have to associate new learning approach with existing learning theories so that we can identify and see the clear link between these two things. Thank you.